Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of my Home Makeover Diaries, where I will be documenting and sharing my whole journey to this home makeover project, which I have wanted to do for years. Of course, it's going to be on a budget, on a limited timeline as well. I will be sharing the ins and outs, the mistakes I've made throughout the way, so you can use them as reference, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to be revealing the full budget and the final results at the end of the video, so make sure to stay till the end. It's definitely not my first time doing like DIY projects, but at this extent, definitely the first. So hopefully my journey inspires you as well to do your own makeover. It is going to change your life. Starting off with episode 1, I will be doing my walk-in wardrobe, which is every girl's dream, probably even guy's dream. It's gonna make life so much easier because you can look at all the stuff you have, wake up in the morning, dress up nicely, and then go out. It is almost ritual, I'd say. So this is the room that I'll be utilizing as a walk-in wardrobe. It is a really small room that probably can only fit like a single bed. I don't think you can fit wardrobes after fitting the single bed. So I'm just gonna use this as a walk-in wardrobe. Here's another angle. Let me show you the view though. It's pretty good. I don't plan to use curtains because nobody's gonna sleep there, and there's not gonna be any privacy issues because there's no building in front, as you can see, and natural light is a plus for a wardrobe. So the plan is to create a walk-in wardrobe that is 100 degrees full of wardrobes to hang up my clothes, my socks, belts, hats, everything should be on display. As you can see on the 3D plan that I created with Fusion 360. So due to a limited budget and limited time frame, I decided to get these wardrobes from Shopee. They sold them in like few different sizes. I got them in 2 sizes, the bigger one and the smaller one. I think they call it 3-door size and 2-door size. So this is the 2 doors wardrobe that I bought. There is a door, but I'm not using the doors for this wardrobe. I'm going to be using the doors as a shelf on my other room. And this is the 3 doors wardrobe. Same thing, I'm going to be using the doors and those extra shelves for my other wardrobe that's going to be on the next episode as a shelf. So yes, I'm saving money. I actually did a measurement count using the 3D modeling software. First, I created a space that is as big as the room, and then I made like boxes that is the size of the wardrobe I'm gonna buy, and I put them around in 3D space to see if they will fit. And then I bought the wardrobes, so they should fit pretty well. So luckily I wanted like a simple all white wardrobe, so I don't have to paint the walls, I don't have to do anything to the walls, because I think the clothes are the main character of this space. The white wardrobe is just a background, like a medium to put in the clothes. So no changes to that, it should be super fast. So eventually phase 1 is to assemble everything. So I needed help from my mom. Obviously, those wardrobes were super heavy, and when you assemble, you need someone to hold like the back. It's better to get someone to assemble it with you at wardrobe at this size. You have no idea how much stronger I am after fixing all these wardrobes. So we assembled them in another room and then moved them to the wardrobe room because there was no space in that wardrobe room itself to assemble them. It definitely took hours to assemble. And then the mistake I made was I used my hands to screw them, and it was hell. I should have brought like electric drills. I actually do have electric drills. I don't know why I just thought like, oh, it's gonna be easy, I can do it myself, but it was wrong. Before doing like any furniture assemble, make sure you have hammer, electric drill, and towel to wipe your sweat. So I used 3 of the bigger wardrobes and 6 of the smaller wardrobes. Thank God it fitted perfectly. Thank you to 3D modeling softwares. So at this point, I should be assembling the LED strip lights that I'm about to put on the wardrobe. I wanted to put them on the upper and the lower. It'll look brighter at night and it looks more fashionable, also functional because you can see the clothes properly. Because I bought these lights online, so they're not gonna arrive in another week or two. I had to move on with other things. I started installing like these sliders where you kind of screw them on to your wardrobe and you can slide out and hang things. So it saves space, it puts in more stuff. I bought like quite a few of them, hopefully they can hang up my socks, my little small accessories, so it'll save space and make the whole wardrobe a lot more functional than it is. And again, a mistake for this is I should have assembled them, like I should have screwed them in before assembling the wardrobe. The angle is just kind of weird, but I made it work anyways. Took quite a few hours, but don't be like me, assemble them first, buy them first, plan them properly. Then finally the LED strip lights arrived. I started putting them on. As you can see, I installed them and I stuck, because there's like a glue right at the backing of the strip lights, so I stuck them upper and lower by the back of the wardrobe. But the bad news is I just really hated them. Can you see like the little hot spots, like the little dots? Like it's so weird and it's just not bright enough. And if you want to on them, you gotta go and find the plug. There's no remote control, so I find it kind of annoying. After struggling for a few days, I'm like, okay, I should just get a new one that is better and specifically something more expensive. Well, I never thought that the cheaper ones will have like little spots, but after searching online, that's like quite normal. So I bought like proper wardrobe lights with like controller from Taobao. So they're gonna take another week or two to send from China. Well, I moved on and started doing other things. Then I moved on with the other things that I should do, which is like these hanging rods. I bought like these extra hanging rods. They actually provided some with the wardrobe, but I thought it wasn't enough. You know, if I want to put like shorts, like shorter blouse, I could use one whole wardrobe, but with a few more layers so I can put in more. These little rods were drillless apparently, but they were just not heavy duty enough to hold on the clothes. Like if I hang like 2 or 3 more hangers, it will just fall unless it's like super light. So I kind of wasted my money on that. I should have bought those that you kind of secure and drill at the side, so it's very heavy duty. And I couldn't return them because at that point, this was a few months ago, Shopee didn't have this. I think they have currently 15 days, no questions asked return. At that point, that reason was not reasonable enough for return, so too bad. And then after the whole rod ordeal, I decided that I needed more rod. So I bought like more heavy duty rod, which I already measured everything. There's like little clippers at the side where you secure them and then you put the rod on top of it. But there's a but. It arrived and it's like 1 cm bigger than what it said it is. 1 cm is a huge difference because it's like a metal rod, right? I couldn't fit it in the wardrobe anyways. I looked for ways to cut it, but it's a bit too much work. Then I finally realized that, you know what, I'm just gonna use whatever that is there. And yes, I couldn't return it. Same reason, there was no free returns and the reason was not sufficient enough at that point. But currently, yes, you can return it like within 2 weeks, I think. So I did ask the seller, I'm like, oh, it's like 1 cm difference. They were like, oh, 1 cm difference is like normal for, you know, like it's not that big much of a difference. It's pretty normal. There's no problem. My advice is if you're trying to buy these rods, buy like those adjustable ones. So if there's like a little bit of size discrepancy, it's fine. You still can fit it in. For all these rod stuff, I was thinking, can I improvise? So remember, there's like a little clip at the side for the heavy duty rod, and then I have the thinner rods. I was like, can I put two rods together, and below I just secure the pin as a support at the bottom? And yes, it did work, but I still didn't use much of the thin rods because it felt weird. Then I was supposed to wait for the LED lights before putting the clothes in, but the LED lights was taking too long and the clothes were everywhere. It was so messy. It was like in the box, it was like in the bags, as you can see from the front of the videos, some in the room. Like, I just couldn't find my clothes and they're just everywhere. I couldn't take it anymore. So I decided to just put on the clothes first. Arranging the clothes with hangers, and then I bought this like little strip from this Kenanga mall in KL where they sell a lot of boutique tools. Yeah, boutique display tools where you can put a strip in the middle of the hanger and then you can hang the set part of it together. Let's say you have the top and the skirt together as one set, you can just hang them together. I love that because it's not gonna be lost. You know, sometimes you have one set, then the top will be somewhere else, the bottom will be somewhere else, and you just cannot find them. This tool is super good, and it's very inexpensive as well. Then I bought these little clippers that has hanger. It was perfect for socks, for my small accessories, my gloves, hats, belts, little tops. It was very good to save space and it was so easy to use. I really recommend it. Very inexpensive as well, but saves you tons of space and time. And then after putting on the clothes, I realized I don't actually have enough wardrobe for everything that I have. But I found this like black rack, standing clothing rack. Well, it was like, you know, I'm just gonna use it. A little bit of black is fine. I'm gonna put some clothes on and I can at least use something that I have not used for a while that is left in the storeroom. And then I think after like 2 weeks or 2+ weeks, the LED strip lights finally arrived. I put them on, like the backing wasn't strong enough. Thank God I had these like little heavy duty like tape that is meant for LED lights that I bought previously, and I put everything up. It was perfect. The light was very bright. There was this remote control, and then they had very long wires because it's meant for wardrobes, right? So I don't have to look for like the wiring and stuff. Everything was perfect. There was some wirings, like you can see them, because they were not put in before I assembled them, which I should have bought the LED lights before assembling. My mistake. But moving on, I put them, and as you can see, they are so pretty, so bright. You can adjust the brightness. You can adjust, like there's even animations. You can on it with just a remote control, and it's super power saving. Recommended. And this is the final look of the wardrobe. Probably not the fanciest wardrobe out there, but I really like it. It's simple, clean, and all the clothes can be fitted in very well. It saves space. I do have a little too much of clothes though, so it looks a little messier because there's just too much clothes. And trust me, I have already donated some of my clothes. I actually donated half of my clothes a few months ago. There's still this much. I'm gonna try my best, but this is how it looks like right now. And now, the budget reveal as promised.
So first we have the 3 doors wardrobe, which is $139.90 per set, but I've only used the sides. The doors, the backings, the shelf is not used here, but for another purpose. So to be fair, only half the material was used. So half of that is RM $69.95 per piece. $69.95 times 3, which is $209.85. Same as the 2 doors wardrobe, only half the material was used. So originally it's $89.90, half of it $49.95, 6 of it $269.70. Lala Move delivery for these wardrobes is 160 ringgit. We also have the LED lights, which is 198 ringgit, the thin rods, which is 56.25 for everything, the sliding rails 127, 80 cents for 8 sets, clip hangers 86 cents per piece. I bought 100, which is 86 ringgit. So it all comes down to a grand total of 947 and 60 cents.
Make sure to be subscribed and be notified. I'm going to be uploading more episodes, and next episode will be about my glam room, which I super love. There's my shoe wardrobe, my vanity, my jewelry, everything is in that room. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and see you on the next.